she did. Tell me that it's mine. All I use check. All I use check. Yeah, she did.
And welcome back to your favorite channel. And it's my birthday. Yeah, it's my birthday. As I do every year, I am always so excited to celebrate my life. But this year was so very different. I had so much to be thankful for. So I kicked off my pre-birthday shenanigans with a nice, relaxing 2 weeks because my husband was out of town. I was just getting over that terrible cold I told y'all about in my last video. But that didn't stop me. Once I was done with my antibiotics, I had to take myself out on a nice coffee date and just enjoy the sun. And I've been reading in the park and doing things that really make me happy. This year, I was really anticipating having a girls' weekend. But with Trump going crazy, plans falling through, and one of my friends having a baby, I decided, yeah, maybe I need to be a little more selfish. So I took matters in my own hands and did some exploring of Costa Rica. Since I love to walk, I decided to just take in some sights that I hadn't seen before yet. I really enjoyed those 2 weeks alone. My husband came home earlier than expected, which was a surprise to me, and I was very excited to see him. Since there are so many restaurants that we haven't tried yet around where we live, we decided to go to this nice spot that we always pass by when we go grocery shopping. And they did not disappoint. And my birthday is not official until I have my dirty martini, baby. But let's get into the trip. We were super excited to go to another country while we're in Costa Rica. My husband chose Nicaragua, and I was very excited because I've never been, he's never been, and of course, I cannot pass up a good road trip. But before we could really enjoy the scenic route, we had to handle some business. Now, the entry and exit process of Costa Rica is quite tedious, and you need to understand that in order to enter the country, you need to have an ongoing trip, and you also need a place to stay and that documentation. The process doesn't take long, but you must make sure all your documentation is seen by the officer. Then we were ready to enter the country of Nicaragua. The entry fee was per person, and we also received our tourist cards. These two processes are inevitable when entering these two countries. But once we were done, we were back on the road, and I was able to view the most breathtaking scenery. I had never seen a volcano before, and I finally did. If y'all didn't know, I love volcanoes with a passion, and to see one from afar really warmed my heart. It just pumped my excitement to see the rest of the things that Nicaragua had to offer. The road trip was quite long, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm really glad that it was a smooth transition and we got to see all the beautiful things with the scenery, with the way people live, off the land, and just beautiful things that I had never seen before. Now, this may be a landlocked country, sort of, kind of, but baby, they have a lot of water, a lot of lagoons, beaches, and other small ponds that are either touristy or frequented by locals. To be honest, I was truly excited and I was so ready to enjoy the weekend. And we had finally arrived to Managua, and I did not know that they had mango trees all over the place. I was so excited. The smell was amazing. Every morning, every day, every afternoon, with the heat, you could smell the beautiful fruit just growing and ready to be picked. I wanted to pick one so bad, but they weren't ripe yet, so I was kind of sad. But this is our Airbnb. It was super cozy for two, and I was very happy. Shout out to our Airbnb host because he was so nice and accommodating. So the next day, we decided to do some exploring. We took it back to our millennial days and hit the mall and went to the food court. After quenching our thirst and grabbing a quick lunch, I know I needed some shoes for date night, so we went to this nice shoe store, and I'm still mad I didn't get that 2-for-1 deal. This country is so budget friendly, I don't know why I was being shy. Every time I think about those tan slides I tried on, I get emotional. Then we went and visited this hobby store, and it was so cute. They had so many things that I know I'm going to try when I get back to the States. I am not good at puzzles, but I'm going to make it my mission to master it. Until then, I'm just going to stick to collecting the plushies. But for now, I'll just stick to collecting stuffed animals. They had every single thing that I could dream of. But as soon as I saw Powerpuff Girls, I said, yep, that's what I'm going to get because I'll get everything else later. It was really a relaxing store. It wasn't a lot of people, so I had a lot of time to just walk around and look at every single aisle without feeling rushed. The next morning, my husband took some time and made a nice surprise for me so I can open the gifts that he got me before we left the country. He knows I work a lot and I put a whole bunch of energy into my business. So I wanted something very, very calm this year. And I really wanted to step back into the hobbies that really calm me down and that make me happy the most. And as always, I was not disappointed because he listened to every single thing that I said I wanted to do and I wanted to get back into. And he bought me all the things that I needed. A nice watercolor set, some coloring pencils, and a pad to draw because I need to. And like I said, Nicaragua is so freaking hot. So it was time for us to get ready to go out on our date because I wanted some ice cream and he did too. This is just my favorite part. I love riding around and looking at what a city has to offer. And this country is just so beautiful to me. I don't care what anyone says. Going to a country that you've never been before and being amongst the people, seeing how they walk, how they talk, seeing how everyone goes about their day, people working, people selling things. It's just such a nice vibe. And it really reminded me of Costa Rica, but Nicaragua has its own flavor, its own vibe. We have to get into the architecture. I was blown away by some of the things that they had in their nice central area and of course the more upscale areas too. But this particular view blew me away. I ain't never seen anything like this. And it looks even more amazing at night, even though I'd be scared to go out at night sometimes, y'all. Give me some grace. I'm working on it. I just could not wait to start the day and start sightseeing, y'all. I had done some research the night prior and I decided that I wanted to see some historical sites. Must I say, this was beyond my expectations. Now, at first glance, it was very obvious that we could not walk the grounds ourselves, so we did get as close as possible, which was fine by me because, baby, I'm from the South. I respect people's holy places, okay? This area was so quiet and so peaceful, and we took the time to not only take some pictures, but we also left some money on the grounds to give thanks because that's just how we are. And nothing gets me more motivated than some history. And Nicaragua is full of it. Their indigenous culture and history is very important to them, and we could tell just by the buildings that we were looking at. And they do not play about presentation or their cleanliness. You don't litter out here. Now, I was not prepared to walk up on a memorial site, but when I saw that security guard, I said to myself, yeah, these were some soldiers, because only time you see some memorials like this are for people who fight hard for their country to protect their people. That's when I realized, child, we done walked up on a memorial park. With depictions linking the past to modern day Nicaragua, I was just so grateful that I chose this idea for my birthday trip. I love art because it really does just tell a story about how people remember their past and how they honor themselves in the present. And being at this park, it made me realize that colonization really took a toll on all of us. How them explorers came over and took everything. Like, damn, we can't have shit. That's why it's so important to know your roots, because folks will take everything from you and tell you that everything you learned from birth was a lie. There were some restaurants nearby, so we decided to pick one, have a quick lunch before we went back to our Airbnb to get ready for my date night. Even though I'm transitioning to wearing more baby blue, I had to wear pink for my birthday because this is my favorite dress from Kiki the brand, okay? After my man made my favorite meal, we decided to call it a night, and the next day we decided to get up and do some more exploring because we wanted some more food, child. This time my man picked a restaurant and he picked a winner. I had never eaten on a banana leaf before, and this food was so damn good. I was mad that we had to leave it because I don't have the stomach to eat that much. The ride back to Costa Rica was long and emotional, y'all. This birthday was one for the books. I am so glad it was beyond my expectations. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all later.